Welcome back to the Raycall EMS 1 full finals. We have just 4 more matches to go and 3 more matches before we have the grand final of Series 3 this year of 2013. The last one, of course, before the big one, the DreamHack $250,000 tournament. 2 of the teams from here will qualify through to that as well. So we're now going to get into Group B. Let's take a look at Group B in terms of the results from yesterday. Ninjas in Pyjamas were ruthless yesterday in their pursuit of yet another title. Would be their second Raycall EMS 1 title, of course, with 16-2 wins and 16-8 wins over Mouse Sports and Na'Vi. Na'Vi and Universal Soldiers, they won 1 apiece, so they'll now play off. And Mouse Sports, sadly, are no longer with us in terms of the Raycall EMS 1 this season anyway, having lost 2 out of 2. So that's where we are in Group B, which leaves us nicely for our next matchup, which is Universal Soldiers versus Na'Vi. Let's take a look at the lineup for Na'Vi first. Just to, you know, if you weren't with us yesterday, how they line up like this: Zeus, Starix, Seized, Kabakan and Senia. The usual 5 as they've become now. Of course, there are 2 new guys in there from the start of the year, of course, so it's slightly different, but it is time to talk about Na'Vi. You 2 watched this game yesterday. You casted what I think will probably go down as one of the top 10 most epic CSGO games we've had so far since the game has been out. I don't think that's even an understatement either. 59 rounds it took to separate the 2 of them. Wow. Same?
That's a really good question. You know, I even managed to predict that overtime. I know I've been bringing that up, but I feel like, you know, I feel like I should.
I think you've been bringing this up an awful lot.
Yeah, I feel like I should, because nobody else is. So, like, I feel like I have to be, you know, I have to. Nobody else will do it.
All right, quick question. Did you predict 3 overtimes?
No, but
okay, let's move on, right? Okay.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, let's move on.
I think it comes down to the map a whole lot. If it's going to be Dust 2 again, well, then, you know. But I don't think it will be Dust 2. I think they're going to choose something else this time. So map choice is going to be important, but I think it will be a close game pretty much no matter what map we'll be on. Yeah, we've seen that map choice has made a really big difference in this tournament because of the best of 1 scenario and having the map veto. And I think what's nice about it is the fact that we've brought it out. It's always took place. What we've done is we've brought it out and shown it to people, and it's kind of woken people up to remind them of, oh yeah, map veto does actually play a bit of a difference. It makes a difference in terms of how people play, what they pick and what have you.
Look at the last game. As you rightly pointed out, Fnatic probably weren't that happy with that choice, and now I can imagine they're really not happy with that choice and the way it went down. And the Wolves are always strong on that map, and you take risks, you take gambles in those map selections, and theirs really didn't pay off then.
Okay, so we know all about Na'Vi. We know how much they practiced to get here. We know how many troubles they had getting here as well. Luckily, they've got here and without any visa problems. But they go head-to-head with these guys, the Golden 3+2, as they're now being nicknamed. Neo, Pasha, Taz, Snacks and Bialy. Snacks and Bialy, the 2 new boys. But they're not really that new anymore, Anders. They've been with them for a while now.
They have been with them for a while. I mean, there was an initial stage where the Polish team had like different people playing in. They had Pete playing at some point, another Polish player. They were trying out different people to find the correct lineup. But that is important at the end of the day, you know, to make sure you have the chemistry and the right players. And people have been questioning both Snacks and Bialy, as actually every time there's a roster change, everyone is always going to be looking at the new players and saying, are they up to scratch? Well, in the game yesterday, I think Bialy had at least 1 game where he had a 75% headshot ratio. So that was really incredible. And
he needs to be removed, I'm afraid. He didn't get 78%, so he needs to be dropped.
Better. Yeah. There is room for improvement, which is important, but I really feel like they've proven themselves at this tournament. Snacks had a rough start yesterday, but he actually managed to bring it back and hit some really, really crucial shots and win some rounds even, so really good.
I do want to add to the point as well, just the attitude change of that side. When they were ESC, it was very serious, very focused, which is fine, but the new kind of attitude they've come here with, this fun, kind of more light-hearted, but still very much able to play when it matters kind of mentality, I can't help but credit to, you know, new blood in the team, a fresh start, and it's not holding anyone back. If anything, it's making them play better. Yeah,
it's funny actually. I mean, I've been lucky enough to know Neo and Taz for a very long time, going on for 10 years now, and they've always had fun in the background. But as a team, they've always been very focused, super focused, super serious. But this weekend, you're right, there has been a very big difference in their attitude. They're much more light-hearted, they're having a bit more fun. Even yesterday when they were up against it, Anders, I mean, I jokingly said to Taz again, because we had this conversation at the last Raycall EMS 1, he said, I'm going to come and talk to you in a minute on camera. And I said, yeah, lost 2, so we didn't get to speak. And of course, he joked to me, he came up to me at the start of this tournament and said, I'll see you in 5 minutes. we have a talk. And I'm like, yeah, but you need to win a game. And finally yesterday he wins a game, and you saw what he was like on camera. He's such a character. Right, Matt Vito is underway. In fact, they're going to fly through these. Where are we going with this one?
Well, Dust is already out, and Nuke has been picked off as well. Na'Vi, not much
gone. That's an obvious one. So we're down to, I reckon we're Train or Inferno here.
Could we please get Train?
God,
I do love Train.
The classics on Train.
I really do enjoy
word.
Train. And we've seen a lot of Inferno, but I mean, it's not a bad map. Inferno makes for a lot of really interesting play. It's just that a lot of teams really do not like playing on Train.
And the choice is with Na'Vi, which is very interesting, because I think they fancy it on Train.
Well, they're certainly deliberating it right now.
No!
I would have liked to have seen Starix on Train. That could have been a whole lot of fun, because actually we were talking about the new players on Na'Vi and the new players on ESC, not on ESC, on Universal Soldier side, but for Na'Vi actually there's a really interesting development which comes from Starix, who has been maybe under the shadow or under the weight of Markolov and Edward, who've left for Astana Dragons, and now that he's out from under that shadow, it's a whole new player. Like, what has happened to Starix? And actually, there was a time in Na'Vi in 1.6 where he was, well, one of the top fraggers for 3 months straight or something like that. Just had an amazing run, and then Markolov Edward took over that role, and he's been kind of stuck in the background for a while since.
No, you're right. And the great thing about Starix, of course, is he doesn't fall off chairs, so he's able to walk properly, which is great.
That's true.
There's a slight little dig there at Markolov. He's all right. He's good. So that's Na'Vi. Universal Soldiers. How do you think they feel about this particular map choice?
Well, I was talking to Taz just a minute ago, saying, "Do you feel ready? Do you feel hyped up?" And he said, "Not yet," in a really casual way. So I think actually their motivation, it doesn't come like other teams do, where they stand in a group and they hug each other and they say, "Oh, let's go," really. And as Joe would say, punching each other in the face to get ready. I think it comes from the first kills. Ready, and I think that's what we need to look for.
You're right, and I think part of that is also if they start getting insulted like they did yesterday, because as soon as that starts happening, that's what really makes Taz mad, and he will then go crazy on you and he'll try and mind game you out of the game. So we might see a little bit of that as well. We have a very special commentator joining us for this game. This is the second playoff game from Group B. It's Na'Vi versus Universal Soldiers. Jason Kaplan is with a very special guest from Mouse Sports.
Thank you for that, Paul. And I think we might be the tallest caster duo there has ever been in the entirety of esports right now. But as you can see on your screen, we have Troubly here. And let's see if the audience is listening from Mouse Sports. Not listening this time. They're not going to respond this time. But anyways, Troubly, it's good to have you here. I'm honestly a little sad to see you guys go out, because Pans and I have been casting you in cut number 4, casting you in the group stages, and we were always so thrilled to see you guys play.
I don't know. It was we got beaten by NIP and US, which we see now, and yeah, we didn't have that much chance against NIP, and afterwards we played against US on Inferno. It kind of went wrong at some point, especially ST. Yeah, and it's sad to see that we are out now, but that's why I'm casting now. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah.
All right, well, everyone gets the benefit from that then. But talk with us about Inferno and Universal Soldier. Actually, we'll get to that in just a second as we take a look at predictions here. And the community, that is very one-sided for Universal Soldiers here. 20% to 80%. Would you agree with that?
Not completely, especially because of Inferno now. I guess overall it's kind of okay, but not 80%. I guess I would say it's like 60-40. Because it's really tough. We saw it in the first game of the group. They already played against each other, and it was like 3 overtimes, but it was just 2, which got vetoed immediately now. Yeah, it's going to be a close match.
Okay, so apparently we had the wrong stats. That was from last game a little bit earlier on, but here we go. This is the real ones for this game. And just like you're saying, about 60-40, it looks like the community agrees with you on this one.
Yeah.
And the audience heavily, well, not heavily in favor, but in favor of Na'Vi. Typically, it's a lot closer here when the audience is here voting. But, you've had the pleasure of playing against Universal Soldiers on Inferno. Walk us through, how they did against you guys.
Yeah, they started ST, and they had some aggressive rounds from the beginning on, and they played really fast. And they also had some slow rounds. And, yeah, the slow rounds were kind of obvious to read. They went fast to the B spot, to the little one, and went up banana. And yeah, the fast rounds always went up top mid, and they pushed up carpet and took it over really fast. yeah, it was kind of difficult for us to get into the game ST because they had a solid city side and knew how we play, and we did it wrong ST. And as CT we had some troubles because we played too offensive every time. I mean, we tried it quite often to push down mid and push down banana. In my opinion, it was a bit too much in the end, and that's why we got so many rounds against us as CT. I think we got it was 9-6 in the end, and that's it's not the best result as CT. You should like try to get 10-5 as a result. That's a good result, and yeah, even better would be like 12-3. This is the best you can get, but you can't say before the first round is played, because it's really important as CT to win it.
Right, so definitely the knife round is going to be important here. And you know, we saw Navi on Dust 2, obviously against Universal Soldiers yesterday. Starks and Kibakin were playing so phenomenally well. Starks with that AWP was phenomenal. Kibakin was just a headshotting machine. How do you think they're going to fare here on Inferno? Yeah,
overall I can say that like kind of new players, which are Kibakin and Seist, and also at the Universal Soldiers, Bialy and this next guy, they are playing really well this tournament so far, and I think it's not expected because they are kind of new to the LAN experience. They don't have that much LAN experience, and they're really doing well so far. And yeah, what else to say? I mean, it's surprising they're so strong.
Yeah, I like how you pointed them out, because against Navi yesterday, Taz went 41-5 and 86-36, and Snacks went 37-9 and 33. I mean, it's obviously really close to kills and deaths, but the kills they did pick up were so critical in every single one of those rounds. And let's see if they can really pull this one off yet again here. But you know, if you're going against Navi, who's the man you're looking for to really avoid or to shut down?
At Navi, I would say, or do we talk about Inferno now? I don't know. In general, I would say it's Sterix, who's like one of the most improving players in the recent time. He had some very good matches in the recent past, and yeah, also like the new players, like I said, they are really dangerous in aiming. Yeah, they have really good aiming, and yeah, tactical-wise, they have like their very experienced players, which are Zeus, like in English, Zeus, and Zenya. They are really tactical players, and they have these two rookies who are just for the aiming, like headshot machines, and yeah, we have to look out for these headshot machines, especially on Inferno now.
Yeah, we heard Pans and Anders talking about, you know, the emotions within the team, where if, you know, if someone insults someone, Taz get really upset. It kind of brings the team down, and they seem to be one of those kinds of teams where they're based on their emotions and kind of motivation towards it. Do you think if Navi gets, let's say CT side, gets, you know, like 5 straight rounds or something like that, do you think that's really going to affect the mentality of Universal Soldiers?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Universal Soldiers is also very like, they like how it's when it's loud in the game, and we saw that yesterday. But now we can see the knife round, which is really important. And yeah, I think whoever is gonna win the knife round, they're gonna start CT for sure. That's
See, that was one thing that always surprised me about you guys. On Dust 2, you always love starting CT first if you won that knife round. I was really curious, but right now we are seeing pretty much Universal Soldiers not really even getting taken down, except Pasha shanking someone on his own team right there, taking Snacks out. So it looks like Universal Soldiers are going to get the CT side. And, you know, walk us through just really quickly before we fully get underway. As a CT on this map, what are spots and positions you could not afford to let go? Like, where are these choke points you definitely want to hold down on?
Okay, like the main point as CT is to cover mid the longest possible. Like I say, like the clock time should be 1 minute. Then you can afford to lose mid as CT. You can't really do much as CT in banana. It's really hard to defend it as 2 CT defenders. You always need 3 at least to do something in banana, because the T's just take it over. Otherwise, against 2 they have easy frags there. So you can afford to lose the banana, and then you have to use your smokes in the spot area, in the pool area, to block it off, that they can't go through the smoke, and they can't go through the smoke because it's too dangerous usually.
Right.
And yeah, as CT usually you go defensive at like 1 minute in the middle, and just go back to side, great pit on side, and small pit like this location, and yeah, then you just let the T's play, because it's kind of hard to go through the sides, and yeah, because left so many open angles in A spot, and B spot is kind of difficult to take over because it's only one side where they can come from, only this pool banana area.
Right.
And if it's smoked, it's gonna be dangerous. Especially yesterday, we saw that when Neo just killed 2 or 3 of us every single round, and yeah, we went through the smoke, which is kind of awkward, was kind of awkward, and yeah. He never was flashed. That's also really bad.
Well, it's Neo. He's wearing the sunglasses on. But as we just saw, Universal Soldiers, they were playing rock paper scissors. I'm not sure exactly what it was for. Maybe you have some insight into that. But they're having fun with each other, and you said that a little bit earlier. We heard it for Pansy, Anders, and Paul as well. They're a very relaxed team, and when they're having a good time, having fun, they seem to play better.
Yes. That's for sure. I mean, they all know each other well, especially Tess, Pasha, and Neo. They're being
the golden 3
Yeah,
now.
they're the golden 3 now because they lost 2 members. But in my opinion, it's like the best situation for them. They had like Lord and Kuben in the past, and they were not the best aiming, the best players aiming wise. And now they have this 2 new players who shoot really well, and yeah, they were a really tactical team with the other 2 people, with Kuben and Lord in the past, and now they just changed the system. And Taz and Neo, it's enough. Those two guys are enough tactical wise. They are gonna do the tactics, and yeah, they need some guys who just do what they get told to.
Yeah, and Neo, he had so many critical shots in their game versus Na'Vi yesterday. I'm trying to find his actual score real quick. He was 30, 13, and 32. I mean, it's not the greatest score, but he single-handedly saved so many different rounds here, and I'm curious to see if he actually will be able to do the same yet again here. But we will be getting underway very shortly, just waiting for both teams to finish discussing things, because there's a lot on the line here. Yeah, if you win this, you move on to the semifinals to play against Very Games. But if you win this, you also get into DreamHack.
Yes.
I think it's $250,000 on the line there, $100,000 for first place, ridiculous amount of money, and both these teams, they really want it, and they are fighting for it.
Yeah, we also wanted it, but yeah, it didn't went off with that well. I mean, yeah, semifinals must be the goal for every team because of this DreamHack spot. You already talked about it, and yeah, it's kind of easy because like top 2 would be probably Nip and Very Games kind of now in this tournament as well, and they already have their spots. That's why the half final participators get the DreamHack spot. Yeah, and everyone wants to go to DreamHack because of this prize money, which is kind of big.
Is it 20,000 per person?
Yeah,
that's not a bad paycheck.
Yeah, that's really nice.
But I got a question for you, and this is a little different. If you guys were in Group A, do you think things went a little bit differently?
No.
No? Oh, well, that was very blunt. I thought you were gonna talk this maybe.
No.
But you thought Group B was the real way to go?
Yeah, Group B was definitely on paper the easier group, and Group A was really strong. I mean, they have Very Games and Kopenhagen, which are kind of guaranteed to place top 2 before the tournament as well.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, the Group B was kind of open. Like first place was guaranteed to Nip on paper, and second spot could be gone to everyone. And yeah, we missed our chance there yesterday.
Well, I mean, I can still say this. I actually really enjoy watching you guys play. You do some really interesting things, some really interesting strategies, and not to mention in Cup 4, the path you had. I mean, you had to beat Fnatic, you had to beat High Grade. I'm trying to remember the last team you went up against. We went up against Copenhagen Wolves in the finals, and unfortunately didn't pull that one out. But you guys went to overtime. Oh yeah, Stunner Dragon. How could I forget about them? Yeah, you beat them twice in groups, and you guys got through this. I hope you guys have a bright future coming up, and I'm pretty sure you guys do.
Yeah, I hope so as well. Yeah, okay.
We're just gonna, we'll just close the game for you, and we'll just restart it up.
That's a good idea.
And then you can reconnect here. But we will be getting underway shortly. Both teams sitting back down, just getting warmed up for a few more seconds here, and the pistol round. It's very important. I mean, we see a lot of terrorists lately being able to pick this one up, but if you can guarantee that as a CT, doesn't that give you a great head start?
When you win a pistol ST, especially, you're gonna have a guaranteed 3 rounds.
Right.
But yeah, yesterday we lost the pistol ST, and then we bought P250 armor and just surprised them. And yeah, we won that round, but then we lost the following round as well, so it was kind of awkward. We lost the rounds, and this just wasn't the best for us. And yeah, I mean, if you win ST, you have almost guaranteed free rounds, and if you have 3 rounds, it's close to the 5 rounds I talked about earlier. And when you get 5 rounds, ST is already good. And yeah, the goal should be like 6 or 7 ST on Inferno.
All right, well, we're going to be able to find out here very shortly. And I know I mentioned yesterday, and I'm kind of happy and sad at the same time, is that Universal Soldiers, to me, they were really weak on Inferno in terms of just how they are their T side and being able to pick up these rounds. And they've been able to, fix some things up. They finally changed their strategy around of just going gung-ho, which we saw against Navi on Dust 2. And that's really refreshing to see out of them. But the restarts are coming in here, and we're going to be starting here in just a few seconds. And let's see exactly how this pistol round goes down here. And what kind of push are you really expecting here? Like, what site do you think they're going to really go for? Maybe just pick off a couple of things?
Yeah, Navi starting T now. I guess they will just go and take over this house area really fast. And Universal Soldiers should be playing offensive. Yeah, and we see it now. Navi's going into carpet first, or house area.
And you can see there's a 3-man stack right now on that banana, as you were calling before. If you want to hold that, you need 3 people.
Yes.
And Pasha, Neo, and Snacks were all there, but we'll see. Time Navi, they haven't really made the push just yet. They're really trying to, buy their time, and we're hitting that 1-minute mark where you were saying you don't really need to contest middle as much as a CT.
Yeah, I mean, pistol round is kind of special round, and yeah, now we see them checking the mid, and they saw no one, which it's not the best sign for US because they might think they go B, but they can't go B because they were offensive in B, so they know they're gonna go up mid now, and Bialy got the contact.
Yeah, they're starting to push in through here. Bialy looking for some damage. He gets Kabakin down with the 1-shot right there, but C's picks up a kill onto him. Snacks gets one rotating over from that B site, and right now 2 members of Navi are now down. Universal Soldiers just lost 2 as well. It's all up to Pasha, Biceps, and Neo, and Taz here to hold on to us. But right now, Navi, they are backing away as we see Pasha get a kill on the C's as he was trying to back towards Banana.
And Neo's already on B.
Yeah, he's there. He's in position. Pasha's coming up from the side as well. It's looking like they're going to be able to hold this one down as Neo misses that shot right there, but does let his presence be known. As Pasha going to come in looking for a kill, but Starks picks that one up. And Neo does get the kill, the return kill on Asenya.
Oh, he needed to be defensive because his mate wasn't like close enough. Now he's able to plant, and it's, yeah. Although Sterix is low, yeah. At least he got the plants, which is kind of good. I hope Navi's gonna buy now.
Yeah, so with that, Universal Soldiers taking the first round, and you think Navi's going to buy up this second round, or wait till
I hope
the second round? Okay.
I hope they buy now because, Universal Soldiers doesn't have that much money for helmet and M4.
Right.
They usually buy now they buy M4s and Infamas, which is kind of good for them. So it's a good decision from Navi that they don't buy and buy next round because the weapons are too strong against P250s.
Speaking of that, we have 5 of them over on that Navi side. They're looking to pick up a couple of kills. All they really need is that 1 kill and to get the gun. But Universal Soldiers, they're playing it safe. They're sitting back. They're not trying to get a position for that sort of thing to happen here. And they're kind of going for a standard split, sending 2 towards Banana. Bomb down over in middle, but the nade coming out. Pasha picks up 1, picks up a second onto Kabakin right there. And it's looking like this early investment out of Navi to pick up these P250s kind of go down the drain.
Yeah, I mean, they only bought P250s, which cost 300, and they didn't invest into any Kevlar or helmet, like no armor.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a...
Yeah, he's so quick right now. He's definitely warmed up. Zeus does get a kill back onto him, but Taz is there to return that one back. And as you saw, Pasha gets the first kill for his team 78% of the time.
Now, Neo's from behind. Yeah, he just got the kill easy.
Oh, well, now we're pretty much looking at a guaranteed buy up here for Navi,
yes.
I guess you would assume. And this is going to be crucial here because they're on that terrorist side. They can't really afford to be on eco that much. And let's see if they can catch them off guard here. And, if you're going to go for early buy like this, when you know the other team, still has a FAMAS or 2, where are you trying to hit? You just looking for that pick, looking for Universal Soldiers to be a little bit aggressive?
I hope they take over Banana. Yeah, but I don't know. They don't have that much nades as we can see. In the right screen side, they only have one flash, one smoke, and they're not full equipped, which is kind of awkward to take over Banana. So they want to try something on contact, maybe go up mid and see if they can get a peek or anything. But since Universal Soldiers smoked it off every time, it's gonna be hard to take this over very early. so they need to take over house soon.
It looks like with that spam, Zeus not going to get any damage down just yet, but it looks like they want to gain control of it. Bially's pushed up towards Boiler Room, waiting for anyone to enter here.
Have contact now against Zeus, and he's losing the duel.
Oh, he gets outshot. Zeus picks that one up, so a nice advantage, nice little early start for Na'Vi here, but they haven't committed to the site just yet. They're sitting back in the middle. They're waiting for potentially a rotate coming out, which Pasha, he did go over towards that B site, but at the moment, Bomb's still down over towards A, and it looks like with these flashes coming in, they're going to commit for it.
Yeah, they took over mid now at the late point, and now they go straight into long. And Pasha already rotated to B, I don't know why. Now they just stay in arch area.
Oh, Pasha did spot one right there, though. He's going to get the better of Kabakin, but can he get the better of Senya? No, he doesn't. And they're still sticking around this A site, but Seas gets the kill on a Taz. Snacks sitting in pit, looking for the kill, but Starks coming up big for his team here. We might be seeing the first round for Na'Vi coming up in round number 3 as Neo, the last man, does have a kit. He does have the
already
help.
In library. He's a kind of offensive position, which makes it kind of unsafe, but yeah, Neo decides to save this weapon, which is a good decision.
It looks like he was trying to find maybe an exit kill or two just to make it that much more expensive for Na'Vi as he possibly can. But what do you think about what Na'Vi did right there? I mean, we saw Zeus outshoot, I believe that was Snacks in middle. And then they were able to really commit towards that site. But they delayed it. They didn't go in right away. They wanted to kind of fake out Universal Soldiers.
And Na'Vi just waited in middle because it was smoked off every time, like until 1 minute, which is, yeah, kind of usual thing. And then Bialy somehow went offensive with one flash from his mate from long, and he didn't get the pick in against Zeus, and that was kind of the deciding duel, which the Universal Soldiers lost. And then middle was kind of free, and Pasha rotated to B because they didn't have control over B, and this was the factor why they lost the round.
Well, right now we are seeing Na'Vi still just play it really safe, not being too aggressive off the bat, but obviously only 4 rounds in here. And they do have 2 watching Banana, and you see Neo and you see Snacks just kind of making sure they can hold on to Banana when they push in. There's not be flashes or smokes, but right now Na'Vi not committing towards that just yet. They're still looking for a pick, it seems.
It's a default strategy ST to take over banana first and then take over mid or house in the meantime when you take over banana. And now Na'Vi just took over the banana, and it's kind of good situation for them now, and they took over house as well, so now they can decide what they're gonna play, and it's the best situation they can have.
And they still have that bomb over towards Banana as well as Zeus. They actually smoked that one up, and you're seeing Pasha, he's getting ready to start flashing out and smoking out just to counter them here, but Na'Vi not
they need
committing.
to decide soon. I mean, 30 seconds, and now they're gonna have to commit to. They go up mid.
Yep, they're committing to that. Kabakin picks up the kill on the Pasha. And just like you said, Bomb is heading towards B, but we still have Snacks in that site. Neo's actually roaming around as well to help out. And Kabakin, he's coming from the CT side. Neo's got to be careful. He's going to get sandwiched in from both sides. He's got to pick up a kill or two as he gets one on his C's. He's looking for another. He gets it onto the backside, gets Kabakin down. That is that threat down. And now with these 4 members of Universal Soldiers up, they're looking to hold onto the site. 5 seconds remaining. There's no time for the bomb. And US will take that.
Plate. I mean, they delayed them so long in mid that they got no problem. At 30 seconds they just shot them in middle, and they had no chance. And then it was kind of obvious because Neo didn't rotate because they had no problem in mid.
Right.
So he didn't need to rotate to A because there were no problems. So he just stayed B and got the round. But Kibaken had a good position. He came from behind and he didn't manage to win the 1v1. So this was kind of the deciding.
Yeah, that probably could have been a completely different round with Bomb getting down right there. But currently Na'Vi, they have 2 Galils, AK in hand, and 2 P250s here. And they have head armor committed across the board except Kabakin. So they're looking to pick up this round here. And obviously if they lose out on this one, definitely
they bought everything
they
can. And they take over house quite slow and without any noise. And now they're gonna go fast, short and house go. And Taz in carpet, he gets it.
Oh, Taz picking up 2 brilliant kills. So they're Pasha picking up 2 as well. They're shutting them down here left and right. And they're destroying the little bit of a buy that Na'Vi went for. Starks does pick up 1, but Pasha comes around from the backside, picking up 3 for the round. And Universal Soldiers now going 4-1 up here. And, you know, you played against, obviously, Universal Soldiers on Inferno yesterday. where did you like to hit against them, or where was the spot to hit? You know, going fast maybe would have been something that would work on them, or is a slow kind of push working for Na'Vi?
I would say that they should more often like this round, but they hadn't that much equip, and that was the problem. I mean, they should play a bit faster from in action and in house. That was a good idea they had now, but it didn't went off that well, or didn't went that well because they hadn't that much of weapons, and yeah. You need these weapons in order to win the duel in action.
And right now, Universal Soldiers, they know Na'Vi are on an eco here. Pasha pushed up pretty far in middle. Bialy gonna pick up a kill on a C. Second of the round for him. Taz gonna pick up one on a Kabakin. And right now, Universal Soldiers looking to go up 5-1 here. But we do see Senya pick up a kill, so he will potentially have a gun. But it's actually on the wrong side of the stairs, and Bialy just shuts him down. That is the third of the round for him. Looking for the fourth as last man standing. Zeus gonna go over to B, try to maybe get the plant down, but Pasha's coming in from the backside, and with those biceps, I don't think he's really going to miss this shot.
Yeah, Zeus kind of stayed in T-spawn in order.
Oh, wow. He actually did. Or he didn't even shoot. Zeus takes him down. So now Zeus has a gun in a 1-on-3 situation with 40 seconds remaining. He still has the bomb in hand. But can he come back from this? Can he potentially pick up the 2 kills or 3 that he needs to close this one out? He's got 30 seconds remaining. So we'll start pushing middle. Bialy going to peek it. Gets the kill on him. That is 4 for Bialy. And overall, not a bad eco round for Na'Vi.
Yeah, that's right. Overall, it was kind of good. And we saw Zeus staying in T-spawn, which is like a sign for like thinking about the rounds they played so far and thinking about what they're gonna do next. And yeah, that's why he just stayed in spawn. And let's see what they decide to do now, as he just thought about it.
Yeah, it looks like they're going for a 3-2 hit here as our soldiers are being very aggressive down middle, but you go back to that standard play that you were talking about before, just trying to take control of Banana, take control of middle and those houses. But Neo, incendiary grenade. You know, how do you feel about that in terms of slowing the other team down and allowing your team to rotate?
Especially on Inferno, it's kind of good because there's always like less time on clock, like not much time on clock left, almost every round, and the Molotov just shuts down the round quite easy because you can't go through the Molotov without getting so much damage, and if the time is running out, you need to go through it, otherwise you can't do anything. And yeah.
Well, with the smoke coming down, Molotov comes out of Neo right there, and he's going to be pushing out, going to try to do some damage. He actually gets some good damage on his C's, and Zeus drops him down to 58 HP.
Yeah, it wasn't good in it.
Yeah, and with the rest of Na'Vi rotating over, it looks like they want to commit to this. And
yeah, we also played this round, and Neo got no problems now at all, and he's again staying in pool, offensive.
As you can see, they're pushing in. Neo does pick up one. He was flashed up earlier, but it doesn't matter anymore as he gets a second on his Zeus, snacks him up for the crossfire, picks up one, dinks. That was Starks right there, and it looks like Universal Soldiers are going to lock down this round. Senya, last man standing. He's going to get knifed here as they do chase into him, but Snacks gets killed before that happens. Pasha comes up with the last kill. I actually kind of would have laughed if that knife did go off.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of rude so early in the game, and you need every round as CT. You can't afford to lose any weapon as well. I mean, look at their money, it's not that good. Yeah, he shouldn't have done that, but it would have been a kill. I mean, he knifed him, he hit him, and it wasn't enough, he wasn't low enough.
And right now you're actually seeing Na'Vi. They bought up 5
they're
Galils
rushing
here.
Banana, and they're facing against Neo now. Oh, not. Neo's falling back.
Yeah, Nate was able to hold them here. Zeus down to 50, Starks down to 69, Kabakin down to 91, but...
Oh, that's interesting. They don't expect them to be that fast up Banana. Oh no, they're just rushing. Maybe they catch Neo off guard.
Snacks with this crossfire sees does take Snacks down. Neo in the site trying to hold him down. Molotov used defensively here as he picks up one.
Molotov.
But Starks gets the kill back onto him. But look at the HP bars, just like you were saying. Very strong. Kabakin at 17. Starks at 36. As Pasha going to be pushing up to the smoke.
Kabakin is going to be really important in runes now.
Bomb will go down. Kabakin going to get the first kill on Bialy.
He got a really important kill now.
And he pick up a couple more though.
Tess picks up the second. Now it's 2-on-1 and Starks is low HP.
Well, if any man can do it, it's definitely him after you saw him yesterday in his Pasha is going to be going head-to-head against Taz here. 52 HP on him. It's going to be a duel to the death. Who can pull this off? And right now, Taz working around the side, trying to find him here. Gets the kill from the other side. And secures another round for themselves at 7-1.
Yeah. Well played by Taz. I mean, he walked into this area and didn't run like an idiot, so he, he didn't get hit. he didn't get here, and yeah, that's why he gets the kill.
And look at the economy. Neo, he was sitting on $11,000 before this round began. They're starting to finally get up. They're starting to feel a little bit more safe, but Navi able to buy up AKs and losing, I believe it's like pretty much 6 straight at this point. Need to be able to make something happen here. And
I mean, in general, the last one was kind of a good idea for Navi. They caught Neo off guard. I mean, he was surprised that they went that fast in Banana because he was offensive and didn't see anyone. And it kind of paid off in the end. But yeah, it was
they got the bomb down at least.
The bomb down and better, that's for sure. But it was a nice try.
We do see Universal just trying to control middle here. Pasha taking a little bit of damage. With that smoke, it's going to deter Navi from pushing up here anymore. And you know, you wonder if that bomb didn't get down, would they have bought up this round? And might have been a little bit of a different game. Might have been an extra round for Universal Soldier's side, or at least an extra guaranteed one.
It's 100% sure that they couldn't have bought without the bomb.
Yeah, so let's see if this affects the game a little bit later on. We do see a 4-man push on the middle here. Bialy going to spray through that smoke. It starts pretty low, but Pasha picks up the kill, looking for a second, gets it on Asenya. And he gets out with his life, more importantly, but he finally does fall to Zeus. Bialy Taz still there. They are holding them down at middle, and they are not able to get through there right now. We see Starks, last man standing, going to be trying to work into Boiler Room, but he gets 1 kill. He still has 3 to go. And he gets taken down by Taz. Universal Soldier's up 8-1 here, and they have a lot of momentum. And I want to ask you this, because I've talked to so many casters about it. How important is momentum in games?
It's really important. I mean, if you're just boosted up in like with adrenaline and yeah, the confidence when you just shout at each other, I mean, it just pushes you and you even feel more comfortable and try to get some incredible shots you don't usually do. And now Pasha he's just destroying them. He's buying an auto sniper and just goes down mid and gets 2 guys. I mean, on Zenya, that's the best answer he could do.
Response, actually, wow, Navi, even with that push down middle, they even it up to a 3-on-2 now. As we do see Neo coming in from the backside, picks up the kill on the Starks, and we saw Pasha using a lot of auto sniper yesterday versus them on that Dust 2. But and it looks like they might be able to pick up the bomb, might be able to make something happen here if they maybe get this 1 kill. Kabakin, he's been in a situation like this before, coming in from the backside, and Neo is only on 34 health.
Yeah, bomb's going B now, and no one from Universal Soldiers is on B, and Kibaken is faking that they are both on A, and Snacks, now Snacks noticed it, and he's going to B, and bomb gets planted on B.
Well, now Neo trying to take Kabaken down 1v1. If he does get that, they'll have a 2-on-1 situation over at the site, but Snacks go up against Senya here. Senya pushed up in construction. She does spot 1, but Snacks gets the kill on him. Now it's on the hands of Kabaken, who rotated around a Banana here, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do it. No. Neo throwing a flash over, trying to delay them, and with the kit,
just diffusing.
Universal Soldiers should be able to pick that one up, and great play to them. They've really been able to turn the game around from completely. When they were playing against Navi yesterday on Dust 2, they lost so many rounds. They were looking like they were out of it, but right now, they've got control of this game.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of rude, in my opinion, that Pasha bought this auto sniper, and it could have backfired. I mean, you need every round as CT, and then he did this kind of stupid move, but his mates played it out really well and got the round anyways. I mean, you should play serious every round and don't get any, like, unnecessary stuff done, but he got 2 kills, which is already, like, he did his job. I mean, you need to get one kill each player in the team, and then you win the round. And he got 2.
So if they lost that round, that was a lot of money invested into that to just kind of waste it away. But Bialy gonna spot was Kabaken in Boiler Room here.
Well, now they go up mid without it's not smoked, and they just go up mid. That's perfect for the T's.
Oh, Taz coming up big right there, picking up 2 kills. The Starks is pushing in, but Senya finally picks that one up, and we do have Snacks and Neo rotating over from CT spawn. Look at the help bars on Navi right now.
And Zeus is in library already.
If he could pick up 1 or 2 kills here, they're definitely going to be able to lock this.
And both other T's are in a big pit. That's really good. This round needs to go to Navi in order to come back in this game.
Well, Snacks 37 HP. Looking for a couple of kills. She has 2 people low in health, but Kabaken takes that round back. And finally, Navi, after 8 consecutive rounds, pull around for themselves.
I hope they come back now, because they played somehow offensive and really fast in the first time, straight up mid, and it wasn't smoked yet.
Yeah, just like you said. I mean, if you don't stop them going there, they can just rush it on you.
On Pasha in long, and that opened the round for them.
Well, let's see if they can keep this momentum up, pick up a couple of rounds to add on to their 2-round scoreline here in this first half. And should probably check in with kills just really quickly.
Bialy is whisking a bit in this boiler area.
He's trying to pick up some.
Okay, they're playing offensive in-house the first time, Universal Soldiers. Oh, and now he gonna face Kibaken and he gets a kill. Very nice first frag.
Well, high risk, high reward, as we just saw right there. It gives them that man advantage coming into this round. We do see Pasha pick up that kill on a C's, but not before C's does take Bialy down. And right now, Pasha's sitting at 16-8 currently. Taz 10-5. And Stark's leading his team with a 9-10 scoreline right now. But as you can see on that mini-map.
Good job.
And Bomb currently in middle, as well as Zeus there to protect him. But look at where Universal Soldiers are. They are swarming over them. They're still leaving one over at B, but Zeus, he says no. He runs in, gets the kill, and now it's in the hands of Snacks. Can he shut them down? They're still waiting in middle. He's taking down just a little bit of help, but picks up the kill on Zeus. And Sark's last man standing in this 1v3, with the bomb at least. Maybe push up towards Library. Gets the kill in the archway on the Snacks. Now Neo gonna watch the rotate, picks up the kill. And Universal Soldiers, if they go 13-2 here, are they looking strong to take this game?
Yeah, they are, definitely. I mean, in this round they kind of speculated. I mean, they only had one guy on B at the beginning of the round, which was Neo, and they had 4 on A already, which is kind of a good decision because Navi won the last round on A. Why shouldn't they play the same again? Because it worked. Right. I mean, and then they just had 4 on A, and then this was kind of
being able to adapt so quickly is what makes a team really good. And right now, Universal Soldiers, they've been able to pull this off. 10-2 scoreline in this first half on Inferno. Remember,
4 on A already.
Winner of this game will be qualified for DreamHack and will be going into the semifinals to play against Very Games. And right now, like you said, they pushed up here with 5 members. No, one falls back towards Banana, but we have a 4-man stack at A from Universal Soldiers. And they are just reading Navi like a book here.
Yeah. Now we should fake it one time and then just go B, take over mid and go B.
Well, they're going down up middle right now. Up Bialy and Pasha shutting them down. Pasha picking up 2, Bialy picking up 2. And just like that, every member of Navi falling down in a split second as Senya, last man standing with that bomb in hand. But I would imagine he won't be standing much longer here. But maybe Senya can just pick up a couple of kills. Maybe make it a little bit more expensive, but with how much money that Universal Soldiers has been able to stock up, I'm pretty sure they can buy out through the rest of this.
They don't have that much money.
Oh, they don't have that much money. Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry, I was looking at something a little bit different, but Senya picks up 2 right now, looking for a 30, gets it. Whoa. This round's not over just yet. He could pick up an ace and actually lock this one down. No one is in the ace site, so he's going to get the bomb fight. He's going to get money over to Navi, but can he pick up these 2 kills? Going to be looking towards middle.
Oh,
he does get into sight. He runs right in Snacks' tracks and was able to shut him down. And Universal Soldiers, which looked like a pretty easy round 1 for them, go out losing 3 people, so a little bit unfortunate for them, but either way, they still fantastic scoreline for them.
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, 11-2 is already a result you are looking forward to. I mean, I already said 10-5 should be the best or one of a good result. Now they already have 11 with 2 more rounds to play. I mean, if they get another 2 rounds as CT, it's gonna be hard for Navi to close out this game. I mean, they only need the pistol, US, and they almost won the game.
And right now we have Starks with a P250 in his hands, 3 Galils and an AK. Navi trying to buy anything they possibly can as they send 3 people over towards apartments. And you can just see that Navi's been committing to A quite a bit. They haven't really bothered with B. They won a couple of times, but they got shut down every single time.
Yeah, yesterday we always played to B and we got punished every round, and now they always go to A and they get punished every round. I mean, what can they do against US on Inferno then? It seems like they are just very good on Inferno, very solid play as CT.
Yeah, and right now, looking at getting their 12th round of this half. CBL going to be flashing out. We see 2 people in Boiler Room ready to come out. I think a 3rd as well in there.
They're rushing short now.
Bialy takes a shot, does back out, does see Starks right there, gets a kill, and Taz picks up a kill, and look at that. Universal Soldiers with the man, or the 4 men there, able to pick up all those kills. And we're looking at going to this last round here with a 12-2 scoreline. This is getting pretty insane.
Yeah, I mean, US always plays 4 on A the last 3 or 4 rounds because Navi didn't take over the banana, and that's like the crucial part. If they take over banana, Neo feels kind of unsafe on B and needs a second guy who backs him up because it's kind of hard to hold off the B alone. And yeah, if Navi isn't taking banana first, Neo's gonna play banana alone for sure all the time, and yeah, then you can't get the round on A.
And Navi right now in the last run of the half, find anything they possibly can. They do get the kill on Apache, but Bialy comes up big with the kill himself. And he's trying to deny that gun away from them on top of that. But look at the health bars of Navi. They're going to be dropping here very shortly, I would at least imagine, as Taz. Wow, Snacks coming in with the big grenade, picking up 2 kills right there. And Senya Starks, last 2 standing. Can they make anything happen? Senya can't, but maybe Starks can. He's going to rush middle, gets a kill. But either way, Universal Soldiers going into the T side with 13 rounds. If they win a pistol round, that's pretty much game.
Yeah.
Wow, and just to run over the scoreboard for you guys real quickly, Pasha, 19-11. We see Snacks 13-6. We see Taz 13-7. Bialy 14-10. And over on the other side, we see Starks 11-14. Senya 9-13. And Kabakin, he just can't seem to get off the ground here, sitting at 4-13. He was so critical, him and Starks, in their game yesterday when they beat Universal Soldiers on Dust 2. But right now, he's having a very tough time. But anything can happen in the second half. Pistol run underway. And Universal Soldiers, they're going to be really aggressive here. Looks like they're just going straight for a banana.
And only 2 cities are banana.
Oh, Senya picks up the kill.
They should take it over quite easy, yeah, and they do it.
And they get it.
Already only 2 guys on B.
But able to pick that up. They have no bomb in this site. Zeus trying to hold on as long as possible as he gets rotation in from his team. Starks comes in, and they just shut this rush down from the backside here as Neo, last man standing in this 1v3, which we assumed was easily going to be around for Universal Soldiers, picks up 1. From the CT side, and Kabakin picks that one up, and Navi, I mean, they lost banana, but they took it back from middle.
Yeah, they rushed straight down mid, which was the best response they could possibly do, and they just came from the back really fast. And I don't know what the players of Universal Soldiers did in banana. They should have straight keep on rushing, and then there would be no like danger from behind. But somehow they got killed that fast.
Yeah, Zeus did a great job of stalling them as long as possible. And I mean, looking down middle here, not going to catch up with anyone just yet, but it is 4 men from US over towards A.
Yeah, they didn't they? Yeah.
Maybe about a couple
US
of P250s.
No, they
actually,
bought helmet and armor as well.
So they're going for a really sneaky buy here, considering they have a lot of rounds to really close this one out. But let's see if it works out as they start to push towards A just a little bit, as some damage traded onto Snacks, onto Neo. I see a couple of flashes, a couple of smokes here too.
You know, they took over the mid at minute 1, and now they go long, and Sterix is the man to watch now.
Well, Zeus picks up 1 for himself.
I only got the pistol in long. Oh my god.
Starks, he's gonna get the peek on Bialy, but will he get the kill? No. Neo turns around, gets a kill on the Zeus here, but Senya over from CT spawn gets a kill on a Bialy, and right now Snacks with that kill gives him a tied up man advantage, but right now Senya with those 2 turns that one around. Snacks last man standing with that M4. I imagine he's gonna be able to do too well here with that 8 HP. I'm going to get a kill on a Senya here as he's very low on health too. Gonna flash out towards the site, push back towards CT spawn, but can he get the kill on a Senya? It's gonna be very tough. 25 seconds remaining. Snacks is gonna try to fake out with the pistol, but it doesn't matter. Senya gets that one.
It was a good idea from US. They went long, and Sterix only got a pistol in this round, and yeah, it was a good round from Senya because he rotated fast from B to A and supported his mate in long and got the 2 kills, which were the most important in this round. And yeah, I don't know. It was a good try from US because they decided to go long and there was only a pistol, so they did everything right, but Senya also did everything right. So. Yeah, again, they go long, and Sterix already has the orb.
Yeah, he invested in that very early, but he's picking up 2 kills with it, just like he was doing prior on Dust 2. And let's see, Senya looking for a kill here in CT spawn. He's going to get 1, but will he get the second? No, C's comes in from the backside. And obviously, it was mostly a save round, but Neo has been able to get the op out of Starks' hands. But can he pick up any kills with it? He's looking towards CT spawn, looking for someone here. He does know someone's there, but C's gets the kill into him. They're going to get the op off the back of that. And in the end, Universal Soldiers only picking up 1 kill from that eco round, but we're coming into this full buy from both teams. Let's see what's going to happen this time. If Universal Soldiers can pick this round up, they'll be 2 points away from closing this one out, advancing to play against Very Games, and guaranteeing their spot in DreamHack.
It's going to be maybe it's gonna be a close match now. I mean, it's possible to come back.
Oh, it's very
really
possible.
Yeah, it's very possible, yeah.
That nade coming down middle, not gonna connect just yet.
Oh, good nades in Banana. Already Pasha down to 50 HP. But, I mean, they lost 50 HP, but they took over Banana after 10 seconds. I would do that ST every time. It's a good trade, in my opinion. Yeah. Now they took over Banana, and let's see what Universal Soldiers decides to play. Whether they play in fast B-Go, which is kinda what they are looking for now.
Well, sees he does have one more flash on him currently.
Yeah, they're gonna play fast B push now.
He's all oh no, he's gonna boost it in.
Navi didn't rotate until now.
Well, let's see if they can take this one. If whoever's gonna be the man to lead the charge, if he can pick up a kill or two here.
Navigo's coming.
With those flashes, yep, they're committing for it. We see C's not spotting the tree just yet. Gonna pick up a kill on a Snacks, but Bialy gets the kill on Senya in the site, so they're gonna have control of it. Bomb will be coming down shortly if they can gain control of construction here, and they are gonna be able to have two men watching it, but it doesn't matter. C's picks up one, he goes down to Neo, and now a 3-on-3 situation here. Universal Soldiers 13 rounds up in the second half. And Neo down to 4 HP, looking to pick up a kill. He's going to be walking into 2 CTs, but they don't spot him just yet. He's coming in from the backside. He's going to get a kill on the Starks right there because he was blind, just like he said. And Bialy picks up one, and they're looking to take this round here, as they do. Universal Soldiers now 2 rounds away from closing this one out with that fast push B after taking control of it. Just like you said, in the first 10 seconds, they took control of it, and they only lost 50 HP on Pasha, and in the end, it won on the round.
Yes. I mean, they decided to go B very fast after they took over Banana. There was like a short time window where US might have took over the mid after like 10 seconds when they take over Banana. Afterwards they go to mid. That's the timing, but they decided to go B straight.
Oh no, this is a crucial round for Navi as well, because they're not sitting on too much money. Bialy gets the kill on the Starks, so they get that out of his hands right now. And pretty sure if Universal Soldiers win this round, they might have the game with not a lot of guns on this Navi side, but with that kill, still playing it slow, still trying to take advantage of every situation possible. And
Snacks is sneaking forward in carpet. No, he's falling back now.
Yeah, it looks like he wants to distract here. Yeah, he's trying to distract it.
They know there's a gap in the A players. They only have 2 players now because Derek's is dead. But they decide to go B, which is kind of the best decision they can make. And
oh, wow. Even with that distraction, he still picks up a kill. Look at, he gets a second right there. And now with the B side completely open in the hands of Senya, trying to hold on to this in a 1-on-4. And Universal Soldiers, when they get the first kill on Inferno, they win the round 72.97% of the time. And it's improving their stats right there as they pick that one up. 15 rounds for them. They are on match point here.
Yeah, nice distraction of Snacks on A. It paid off in the end, and they just went B, and Seast was offensive in Banana, and he just got pushed and made no kill.
And Troubly, look at the guns that Navi is currently sitting on. A shotgun, a deagle, a couple of P250s here. They're not looking too strong in this last, or potentially last round right now, as we do see a push come down middle. But Neo does get the kill on the Zeus here. That nade gonna do some damage to C's, but the Soldiers still playing it cautiously. They don't want to get this round out of their hands. Taz gets a kill. We see C's trying to charge out. And I think that if that was you, you could have got that one, because you on the Nova is ridiculous. But right now, Universal Soldiers, 5 men against 2. It's all in the hands of Kabakin, all in the hands of Starks, but Taz shuts down Kabakin there. And Starks, can he be the big man for his team with this P250? Can he get the 4 in the game? And no, he doesn't. Universal Soldiers, they close that one out, and they are going to advance on into the semifinals versus Very Games. Wow, that was
a good game by US.
I mean, Pansy has always told me when we're doing the Cups that Universal Soldiers, they are an amazing team. But during those Cups, they always seem to struggle. But right there, I think you saw their true form.
Yeah, you see their true form in LAN. I mean, it's like they're so experienced and they know how to play. And they just show 100% in LAN, and then it's enough.
Wow, I mean, phenomenal play of them from every single one. Pasha, pretty much leading his team in kills. I didn't catch how many he had at the end, but every single member really stepping up. You saw Neo get a kill down middle just in that round prior, and they're able to close that one out. And talk to me about their chances for Very Games. How do you think that one's going to go?
In the past, they had some good results against Very Games, as far as I can remember. It's going to be a hard game, and yeah, most of the people might think that it's going to be a hard game. Very Games. Really close match, because US is now really hot. I mean, they already played a game today which Very Games didn't do.
Right.
And yeah, they are pushed up and they want more now, that's for sure. I mean, every tactic they do, it looked kind of, yeah, well thought, and yeah, they had some strong aim as well. I mean, look at Neo. This B side, he was all the time alone. He was so confident. I mean, it's going to be a close game against Very Games.
Yeah, and I really enjoyed the crossfire they were able to out very well. But as you can see on your screen, Very Games versus Universal Soldiers coming up next. And just like you're saying, US already had a game played. They're warmed up, and now they're going to be playing again right after on this high, on this momentum from that first game. And it's actually going to be looking like a very close match. In terms of maps, do you think it's going to come down to who gets what map?
I think we're going to see Inferno again, to be honest. I mean, Very Games is known for the Inferno play, and US also likes Inferno, as we have seen in the tournament so far. They played it twice now against us and against Navi now. So it's going to be Inferno, or Dust 2 is also.
Yeah, it will be a best of choose from, and it comes down to which ones they really want. And I would imagine Mirage is definitely something that Universal Soldiers want to play on because they're a very strong team there.
I don't think we see Mirage,
don't think
because
we're seeing that one?
Very Games doesn't like Mirage.
They are pretty strong on it as well, yeah.
No, they don't like Mirage.
Okay.
They had some like public, like they said like they don't want Mirage, and they sent a letter to Valve.
Oh,
like
yeah.
And they don't like Mirage, so I think they're gonna veto it.
Well, if anything, they at least beat Asana Dragons on that one, so they were able to at least pull that out. But either way, we're gonna find out in just a little.
Soldiers, congratulations. Really good win, that one against Navi. Yesterday's game against them was much tougher, obviously, 59 rounds, and just took forever to get through. So what was the difference today? Because today's looked really easy for you.
I think yesterday was our first offline game with the new lineup, so we were kind of not that stable, and we didn't know what's going on, kind of. So today we played our game, and that was much better.
First half went really, really well, 13-2. Was there anything in the team that was different today that wasn't there yesterday?
I don't know. We just played it safe, not that chaotic. So yeah, we just tried to play our game just like we did on the internet. So everything worked pretty well. We did some stupid rounds as well. We could have lost them. So yeah, we played our game.
How do you feel like going through to the semi-final now? It's the furthest you've got in a raid called EMS1. We should have had you here the first season and couldn't get here. Second season, you go out without winning a game. So in the third one, you're doing well. Can you go all the way?
I mean, finally, we're playing on the second day of the tournament, so that's something good for us. So we just hope to keep going. We'll see. We have a tough game right now, so we're going to see.
Yeah. Very Games is a tough team right now. Do you rate them above NIP from the results they've had recently?
Right now, I'm not really sure. I mean, both teams are great, so you cannot just say one of them is better. I mean, obviously, NIP has won more tournaments, so they're more, I don't know the word, confident. I don't know. Yeah. But Very Games is strong, very strong.
Okay. Talk to me about the group that you have now. It's very different. You have obviously Taz and Pasha with you, but the two new guys, how have they actually fitted in? Because you've been with each other for a few months now, so it's not a team, but you seem to be really happy again.
We knew the young players before from other tournaments. The team spirit. And everything is much different now. I mean, we're really motivated to play again, so it's much better.
Well, good. Congratulations. Well done. We'll see you in the semi-final. Very Games are their next potential victim. It's going to be a much tougher game, though, you'd imagine, in the semi-final. Right now, we're going to go and break down the game that Universal Soldiers have just destroyed Navi on.
Yeah, thank you very much, Paul. And we are back here with some statistics and some heat maps from the game that we just saw between Universal Soldiers and Na'Vi. On Inferno, once again, a favorite map for this tournament, supposedly, and we've seen a fair bit. There we go, 16-5 is what we're looking at. We've got the heat map, which, I mean, Inferno's an interesting map because you can play on a variety of different levels. And actually, what we've seen the first half is there's very little action going on in the apartments. Nobody defending aggressively. And I think if we actually switch it to the second half, even though it was a short one, we should see something similar. I think we could do that in just a moment. In the meantime, though, we could look at the headshot percentages. Bayani's still on top. Well, yesterday was 75%. Today, nearly rivaling 70%. So he is really getting up there. Senia trying to carry his team through as well, but it didn't quite work out that way. At the end of the day, Universal Soldiers came out with actually a stunning victory, which is a bit of a surprise if you consider the 3 overtimes that we had yesterday between these two teams on Dust 2. So apparently the map, it does make a difference. I think Na'Vi could have done a lot more on the counter-terrorist side. They are a really strong CT team, especially on Inferno. Actually caught Get Right during the pause as well, and he said if they win the pistol round, they probably could come back and win the game, but it didn't turn out that way. And I don't know if we could switch it to the second half. If we could do that for the heat map, we can get, yeah, so we see a little bit more action up in the apartments, but still not that much, and a lot of action towards B and towards the archway. So they really tried Na'Vi to defend, but Universal Soldiers being happy about that B bomb site and making it work. So that will conclude the analysis for this round, and let's switch it over to Paul.
Thank you very much, Anders. Yes, joined now by Ulrich Schultz, Managing Director of Pro Gaming here at the ESL, to talk about Raid Call once more. We'll start, and this is a very personal thing for me. I'm really pleased that we have a company like Raid Call who are willing to spend money on a game that I personally love, and I know so many people tuning in love as well, because without it, we can't put these things on. So let's just talk about that for starters, because it's really important that we get this, you know, let's be honest about this, we would like getting the money from Raid Call so we can put these kind of shows on.
Exactly. I mean, without sponsors, we wouldn't have any teams here, probably, because there would be no prize money. We'd have no production quality because we couldn't afford it. So it's actually really important, and Raid Call they've contributed quite an amount this year to how far we've come with EMS 1. And I think for that reason, it's always important to acknowledge them and to kind of reward them if it's possible by giving their products a try, by just acknowledging that they have something to offer that's actually free, that doesn't really cost any money. You can try it out, and if you don't like it, then you don't like it. But if you like it, you can keep using it. It's one of the things that makes this whole esports thing possible is the fact that people give us money.
Yep. We're also going to give you a bit of a demo as well on exactly how it works and some of the things that are going on right now as far as EMS is concerned in conjunction with the Raid Call stuff. So do you want to take us through some of the Raid Call features right now?
Yeah, let's go with the first one. I mean, how do I actually get an account? We can, if you go to the EMS1 website and scroll to the far bottom, there's a button here that gives you a referral link. So if you sign up via that, then it's easy for Raid Call to track, okay, these people actually watched the stream and made an account because of that, and you actually get an ESL badge in your Raid Call account. So it's a pretty cool thing. And then once you've done that, you can go into the actual program, which I'll switch to in a second.
That's fine. I'll talk while he does that.
Cool.
He's controlling.
I'm not very good at talking and doing things at the same time.
You control and I'll talk, because if I start controlling stuff, I end up dropping it, and we don't want that. Oh, that's going to be a bit weird now, because we're going to get a bit of Inception going on here. Let's drop you back into what we've got on the screen right now, because this is actually inside Raid Call. There we go, and I'm kind of delayed. That's so weird. I'm freaked out by that completely now. I feel like I am actually in Inception now. But that's what you can get. Look at, here we go. Whoa, now it's getting really scary. Let's see if I can do something right now. Ready? So if I do that, and in about 10 seconds, I reckon that goes all the way through. Let's wait and see if that works. Oh, blimey. That's kind of freaky. Anyway, let's move on while that's freaking me out, because that's just going off into infinity. So you can embed the stream in the group, which is great.
And we actually have done that. I mean, we do have the main stream embedded. We also have the POV streams embedded. So if you want to watch your favorite team with their team comms, then that's possible. I mean, I'm now in that channel, which is in red, but there's the POV channel above it and another POV channel. So whatever game is going on, the two teams that are playing, you can watch the game from their perspective, only see their players and hear what they're saying on on comments, which you can do from time to time on our stream. But obviously, if you want that all the time, then it's a good way to.
Yeah, it's a bit like if any of you are in the UK or around Europe and you have the red button, it's a bit like the red button system. You can literally only watch the players you want to watch and listen to them playing as well. It's actually very interesting, although I have to say my Danish and Swedish is not very good, so you probably need to know a little bit of that if you're going to tune into that. What else have we got inside Raycall?
We also have, I mean, there's basically all the products that we have are in some way in there. So if there's Intellect Stream Masters or anything else going on, you can also watch it there. Obviously, it's a chat as well at the same time. So you can chat with everyone else about, what did Navi actually do? Why did they lose by that margin? What's happening there? We actually expect them to go to the semifinals. Why didn't that work? And then somebody else might be able to tell you, oh, I heard that they actually didn't sleep very well, and I don't know. So it's a good place to talk to your fellow CS:GO watchers, and we've also maybe it's a bit easier to get a discussion going than on Twitch chat, where there's always a lot of enthusiasm. Let's call it that.
That's a good word for it, Ulrich. Yes, enthusiasm. I can see someone typing already, raise your pandas, because that was quite popular this morning. What you can also do in one of the channels, and we're doing this throughout the weekend, is you can grab one of the pro gamers that we're going to, I don't know if we're strong-arming them in here, but we're going to get them in there. We're going to get them in a Q&A, and you can ask questions to them as well.
Yeah, exactly. I think you're one of the people doing that, or one of the commentators. They will have someone here, and they will tell you, okay, this is now a Q&A going on. Will be a couple of questions on stream, and then the rest can be done in the channel. So if you always want to know something very personal of, for example, Get Right.
Yeah, what colour is his dog?
Exactly, that's a place to get it, to know what colour his dog is.
If that's what turns your floats your boat and you want to find out, you can do that via the channel. A group, isn't it? 1997.
Exactly, it's a group, and it's not only our group. You can create your own group. There's no server required. You can just do it yourselves. If you create that group, then you can obviously add lots of channels and everything. So it's really easy to get used to. You can create a couple of groups. So if you have StarCraft fans and League of Legends friends, then you don't have to put them in the same group if they don't like each other. You can actually make separate groups.
What? No, hang on, hold on, Uli. You're telling me that League of Legends fans don't like StarCraft fans? I don't believe this.
I've heard of these incidents.
Okay, all right. This would be like putting 1.6 fans in one group and Source fans in another one.
Exactly. So you just make two different groups.
All right, good. Good that we could separate those two out there as well. One of the other features that I particularly like is the fact that, like you mentioned before, Twitch chat is great in its own right if you enjoy the whole, raising your donga stuff, and it gets exciting in there, which is great. So I like that, but I also like the fact that in here you can create a group within the group yourself and just pull your friends in to have a discussion and embed the stream at the same time.
Exactly. So you can talk to them. I mean, you don't have to chat. You can also talk
via comms.
Via comms, and then you can talk about what's going on. If it's a good way to, if you're actually a team that wants to make it to the big leagues, and you talk about what they did well, what kind of things you maybe want to copy, what things you don't want to copy, or it's a good way. Like in a small group of 5. You can just create your own group, invite your friends, and then watch the stream together. I think it's like sitting on a couch together, but on
a virtual world. Yes, indeed. Anything else you want to cover?
I mean, in general, obviously, we are very appreciative if you try out Raidcall. It's a good thing for us. Yep. If you like the tournament, then it's always good for us. If you let Valve know that you like this, let them know in any on the forums, tweet at them. Write them an email, a letter, I don't know. Just let them know that you enjoyed this tournament, because this means it might potentially get much bigger and much better next year. Yep. And it's obvious that every CSGO fan should want that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a good point. And we do, at this point, want to thank you for the Reddit threads that you've been putting up, and also the threads on different particular community sites too. So thank you for those. It's always good to hear that we're doing things well, but if we're not doing them as well as you'd like, let us know that as well, because we do want to improve it. Thank you very much, Shirley. It's always good to speak about the sponsors and give them a bit of exposure. And also, can you do me a favour, you guys? Because I know there's a lot of you tuned in right now, well over 25,000 of you on all the streams. So if you can do me just one small favour, if you can just go onto Twitter, find Raidcall, @Raidcall, and just drop them a message if you've really enjoyed the EMS one over the weekend. Just let them know how much we appreciate their support. That would be really fantastic, and we'd love you for doing that. Thank you very much. We're going to take a very quick break. When we come back, it's time for the first semi-final of the Raidcall EMS1.